Splat Communications. For reliable information that sticks.
Please subscribe, comment, share and please don't skip ads.
Ang inyo pong matutunghayan ay isang serye ng mga video upang maging mas malinaw at madaling maunawaan ang mga hakbangin ng ating pamahalaan sa pangunguna ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. pagdating sa issue ng West Philippine Sea bilang mga hakbang ukol sa patuloy na pambubuli ng China sa atin. Amin pong layunin na mabigyang kaliwanagan ang isipan ng mga kababayan nating Pilipino na ang mga bagay na ito ay may napakalaking implikasyon bilang sa ating bansa at sa ating mga Pilipino, kundi sa pandaigdigang usapin. Madalas na binabati ko si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa kanyang mga biyahe sa labas ng bansa, ngunit hindi nakikita ng mga maingay sa social media ang mga pagpapatibay ng bilateral relations at mutual cooperation sa larangan ng ekonomiya at seguridad ng ating bansa ay nakasalalay sa mga pakikipagmiting na ito. Simulan po natin sa balitang lumabas sa lokal na pahayagan ng Manila Times, mahigit isang linggo na ang nakalipas. Ayon sa isang hindi ipinakilalang opisyal mula sa China, mayroon na daw na gentleman's agreement o unwritten agreement sa pagitan ni Chinese President Xi Jinping at si dating Pangulong Duterte ukol sa mga kalakaran sa pinagtatalunang mga lugar sa West Philippine Sea, partikular sa Ayungin Shoal, kung saan nakahimpil ang BRP Sierra Madre na nagsisilbing tagabantay ng Pilipinas sa nasabing lugar. At dahil sa balitang ito, lumutang ang tila pagkakalantad ng isang sikretong kasunduan sa pagitan ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at Chinese President Xi Jinping noong panahon pa ng panunungkulan ni Ayungin. Inilalaglag na nga ba si Ayungin ng China para lalong mag-away-away at magkagulo tayo dito sa Pilipinas? Ang nakamamangha dito sa sinambit ng Chinese official, walang dokumentong magpapatunay na totoo ang kanilang sinasabi. Ngunit mababatid naman sa naging mga pananalita at pagkilos ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang kanyang labis na pagkiling sa China at mga propaganda nito laban sa mga bansang kaagaw ng China ng teritoryo sa West Philippine Sea.
Hello everyone, welcome to Splat Communications, your channel for reliable, relevant and accurate information regarding sports, surveys, statistics, science, politics, people, lifestyle, arts, travel and technology.
Kanino daw napupunta ang pera?
Kay Eddie.
Sino si Eddie?
Wala ka na ba ibang argumentong maisip sa utak mo?
Tumindig kayo!
Yung ganito.
Tinitiyak ko, meron ding titindig sa tabi nyo.
At para lalang sigurado?
Ano pangalan niyo ulit? Rastaman. Yo. Half human, half zombie. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with a big butt, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Shoutouts: Reynaldi Natividad, Jesus Belester, Barrio Boy, Ferry Als Ricardo, Alwana de la Cruz, Anthony de los Reyes, Gloria Ledesma, Jocelyn Corteros, Joshua Trazo, Eduardo Ria, Ramon Ramos, Marivic Ortega, Alfredo Castillo, Apolinario Sicario, Libra, Eugenio Latop, Rob Akad, Bo Cap, Opling Vicente, Lolita Estainel, Leonardo Manansala, Linya Fami, J.J. Juan, George Vinoya, Edwin Valor, Nessie Mina, Caroline Bataraw.
During the time of President Duterte, alam naman natin na talagang he was parroting the Chinese line, no? So hindi na kailangan ng agreement on his own, gagawin niya 'yon eh. Kasi you look at what President Duterte did, no? Yung naging presidente niya, tsaka sinabi niya, I simply love President Xi Jinping and the Chinese forces in the West Philippine Sea are there to protect me in case there's an attempt to oust me. So ang protector niya ngayon, China. Talagang ano siya, lucky talaga siya. He's really a puppet. Yung sinasabi niya ito na the the Chinese are there in the strat list to protect me in case there's a move against me. Biro man protector niya China against the Philippine people. Well, I think I am I was pleasantly surprised na ganito yung policy ni BBM, no. Because the reason why I supported another candidate because I was afraid he will continue no. Kasi before the election ganyan yung position niya eh. So it was a pleasant surprise and I fully support that kind of policy now, no, na we will assert the arbitral award. Tsaka ang gusto natin noon, I was explaining it to everybody na dapat magkaroon na ng joint patrols with the US, with UK, kasi yung joint patrol na yan, that is the most, that's the strongest enforcement of the arbitral award. Kasi sabi ng China, amin yung dagat na yan. Pag may joint patrol tayo, we're telling China, andito kami, hindi sa inyo ito. This is part of the EEZ of the Philippines. So actual yun. Talagang face-to-face confrontation with China yan. Pag nagpag-joint patrol ka sa EEZ natin within the TEDAS line nila, talagang very strong yan. Actual yan. It's a physical manifestation of support to the arbitral award. Pag gagawin natin to jointly with the US, with UK, Japan, with France, and they're all offering, no, Canada, Australia. That's why we should use. And ginagawa na ngayon. I'm very happy with that, no? We're now talking to all of these countries. And they're happy also na sasama sila sa atin in the joint patrol. So, I think we have the full support now. Unlike before during the time of Duterte, hirap na hirap kasi yung presidente natin ang kalaban natin eh. Siya ang spokesperson ng China dito eh. Ang unang sinabi niya sa Navy natin, patrol only the territorial sea in the West Philippine Sea. Do not go beyond the territorial sea. That means pamigay na natin yung waters beyond our territorial sea, beyond 12 nautical miles. Huwag na ninyo bantayan yan. Pamigay na natin yan. That's the meaning of that. Patrol only the territorial sea. Sinabi niya yan eh. And that is against the Constitution kasi the Constitution says the state must protect its marine wealth in its exclusive economic zone. Sinabi niya sa instruction niya, verbal instruction, public nakapublish ito. Pero mabuti na lang yung mga Navy natin, the Navy officers, hindi sinunod si Duterte. Sabi nila, susunod kami pag you put it in writing. Ayaw niya naman i-put in writing. No. Pero talagang makita mo na pabor siya. Tsaka sabi niya that arbitral award is just a scrap of paper that should be thrown to the wastebasket. That is the line of China. Pinaparot niya yung line ng China. Parang siya ang ahente ng China to tell the Filipinos that arbitral award is just a scrap of paper to be thrown to the wastebasket. So that was he was the spokesman of China to intimidate the people, the Filipino people. At saka sabi niya pa, China can fish in the West Philippine Sea. Bawal yun eh. Ang saligang batas natin, the Constitution says, the exclusive economic zone, the marine wealth in the exclusive economic zone is reserved exclusively for Filipinos. Kaya nga tinatawag yun exclusive eh. Exclusive economic zone. That is exclusive to the people who have jurisdiction over that area. Tayo naman lang may jurisdiction dyan according to the arbitral award. Pero sabi niya, I allow them to fish. And that's against the Constitution. And that's a culpable violation of the Constitution. Katulad yung sinabi niya, patrol only the territorial sea. Meron na raw gentleman's agreement na we will only transport supplies to be used by the Marines in BRP Sierra Madre. We will not transport large construction materials that will retrofit the BRP Sierra Madre kasi alam mo, rusty na yung Sierra Madre, baka magko-collapse na. So, iniintay niya ng China na mag-collapse. No? So tayo, dini-retrofit natin slowly. Kaya sabi ng China, ang agreement raw, one ship lang at saka yung normal supply lang para pagkain ng mga marines natin doon. Pero wala namang ebidensya na ganyan. At saka whoever did that, walang authority, no? Kung meron man. Because that is compromising or ceding our sovereign rights. And no government official can cede our sovereign rights. Kasi pag i-cede mo yung sovereign rights, it has to be in a treaty. Hindi pwedeng isang opisyalis lang ng gobyerno mag-a-agree niyan. Walang authority. So kung sino mang kausap nila, walang authority yon. Tsaka dinideny natin, wala namang record, wala naman silang mapakita. Yung tinutukoy nila ng mga government officials na nag-agree, dinideny naman.
Bakit pa ngayon nagpapalakas ng depensa ang Pilipinas? Ito ba ay paghahanda sa lumalalang kaguluhan sa West Philippine Sea? Bukod sa pagpapalakas ng depensa ng bansa para sa paglalaan ng malaking budget para sa pagbili ng mga modernong kagamitang pandepensa sa external threats ng bansa, kabi-kabila din ang pakikipag-usap ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa iba't ibang leader ng mga bansa upang humingi ng suporta sa kanyang binabanggit na rules-based order or kaayusan at kapayapaan ayon sa mga panuntunan o batas.
In the wake of China's persistent attempts to assert dominance over the South China Sea and encroach upon the Philippines' territorial waters, tensions in the region have reached at new heights. Recent clashes between Chinese and Filipino vessels pinpoints the escalating maritime disputes, potentially drawing in the United States, which is a long-standing ally of the Philippines. China's strategy of employing gray zone tactics aimed at coercively altering the status quo without triggering a military response has targeted the Philippines in particular. Over the past 9 months, Filipino vessels have encountered Chinese military-grade lasers and water cannons, obstructing their access to the disputed Spratly Islands. In a bold move reminiscent of Chinese tactics, Manila recently deployed Coast Guard officials as fishermen to remove buoys blocking Filipino fishermen from their exclusive economic zone.
Ang paghaharang ng China ng mga tali sa loob ng economic zone ng Pilipinas ay malinaw na pagpapakita ng pang-aabuso at pambubuli ng China sa West Philippine Sea. Target talaga nila na perhuisyuhin at ay bully ang Pilipinas into submission. Na hindi na lang basta kikibo sa lahat ng pagmamalabis na ginagawa nila.
Steadfast in defending Philippine sovereignty, citing the 2016 international arbitral ruling against China's expansive maritime claims. The Philippines' stance has garnered support from the United States, with whom it recently reaffirmed mutual defense commitments under the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty. The Biden administration has intensified military cooperation through bilateral talks and joint military exercises, signaling a deepening of the U.S.-Philippines alliance. Furthermore, other nations such as Japan, Australia, and Canada have demonstrated solidarity with the Philippines against China's maritime aggression. Tokyo has bolstered defense ties, while Australia has conducted joint patrols with the Philippines in the South China Sea. By leading the charge against China's maritime bullying, the Philippines is setting a precedent for Southeast Asian nations to assert their sovereignty and safeguard vital resources. With robust support from Washington and its allies, Manila is challenging China's gray zone activities and promoting free and open seas, reshaping the regional security landscape in favor of sovereign nations. The Philippines is embarking on a significant effort to upgrade its military infrastructure, allocating an impressive $35 billion over the next decade. This initiative aims to bolster the nation's defense capabilities, particularly in the South China Sea. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos has greenlit these modernization efforts, focusing on strengthening the Navy, Air Force, surveillance, and other military assets. Colonel Francil Margaret Padilla, spokesperson for the Armed Forces of the Philippines, highlight the importance of this capability enhancement, emphasizing its significant contribution to national defense as the country transitions from domestic security operations to territorial defense.
Shifting from internal to external defense. So because of this, Horizon 3 projects will be focused mainly more on territorial defense already. So we'll be procuring more ships, more aircrafts, enhance their cybersecurity operation.
Chief of Staff Romeo Bronner Jr. has disclosed plans to acquire more warships, combat aircraft, radars, and other essential equipment under this modernization initiative. The modernization plan includes various acquisitions such as multi-role combat aircraft, MRCA, radars, additional frigates, guided missile systems, helicopters, and submarines. Notably, the Philippine Navy is poised to acquire its first submarines, with countries like South Korea, Spain, and France expressing interest in supplying them. Moreover, the Philippines is set to receive its inaugural batch of the coastal missile system, BrahMos, following a significant investment of approximately $375 million. The deployment of the BrahMos missile system, strategically positioned in the South China Sea, marks a significant step, making the Philippines the first country outside India to utilize this advanced technology. With its formidable capabilities, including a supersonic speed of Mach 2.8 and an effective range of approximately 300 kilometers, the BrahMos missile system enhances the Philippines' defensive posture and asserts sovereignty over its exclusive economic zone, EEZ. In parallel, the Philippines is enhancing its military presence on islands and reefs in the contested South China Sea, as announced by Manila's military chief, Romeo Bronner. This initiative focuses on improving the livability of these features for troops stationed there, including the installation of essential infrastructure like desalination machines. Despite ongoing territorial disputes involving multiple claimants, including China, the Philippines remains steadfast in its commitment to international law and sustainability. Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro affirmed the country's determination to ensure the unimpeded and peaceful exploration and exploitation of natural resources within its EEZ, signaling a proactive stance in safeguarding national interests. During a visit to Australia, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of the Philippines reiterated the country's commitment to cooperation with China regarding talks on the disputed South China Sea. However, he emphasized that the Philippines would push back if its sovereignty and maritime rights were disregarded. Marcos expressed his dedication to working with Southeast Asian nations and China to establish a long-awaited code of conduct for the South China Sea, anchored on international law. Speaking at a Lowy Institute forum, Marcos pinpointed the importance of managing tensions effectively for the success of COC negotiations. He reaffirmed the Philippines' stance of not surrendering any of its territories to foreign powers.
The Philippines, of course, understands that widening geopolitical polarities around the world and the sharpening strategic competition between the People's Republic of China and the United States of America have become a reality permeating the regional strategic environment. We in the Indo-Pacific must ensure that great powers do not treat the world as an arena for their competition. The pursuit of the great powers' respective strategic goals must never come at the expense of the interests of smaller states, nor of regional and international peace.
Despite strained relations with China since Marcos assumed office in 2022, characterized by disputes over atolls and reefs in the South China Sea, the Philippines has strengthened its defense ties with the United States, a move Marcos emphasized was the country's choice. Highlighting the enduring alliance with the United States as a pillar of regional stability, Marcos emphasized the Philippines' commitment to strengthening it further.
Asia-Pacific region, I would be stating the obvious to say that our longest partner and ally has been the United States.
We will continue to work together with our great partners to build and modernize your capability as well as increase our interoperability.
He departed from his predecessor's pro-China stance, accusing Beijing of aggression in the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Under Marcos, the Philippines has expanded the number of bases accessible to U.S. forces, including new sites facing Taiwan. Regular U.S.-Philippine military exercises have extended to joint air and sea patrols over the South China Sea and near Taiwan, actions viewed by China as provocative. Marcos criticized the excessive focus on the superpower rivalry between the United States and China, stressing the importance of addressing aggressive, unilateral actions that violate international law. He announced approval of the third phase of the military's acquisition plan to support the country's shift towards external defense, ensuring the peaceful exploration and exploitation of natural resources within its jurisdiction, including its exclusive economic zone. During a summit in Manila between Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Japan affirmed its commitment to providing defense-related equipment to the Philippines.
Ayon po malinaw naman na ang ginagawa ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. pagdating sa pagsasaayos ng relasyon ng Pilipinas sa ibang mga maaring maging kaalyadong bansa ay isang stratehiya na nakaangkla sa rules-based international order na maaring maging daan sa pagkakaroon ng matibay na ugnayan at alyansya sakali mang mas lumala ang tensyon sa West Philippine Sea. Panoorin po ang part 2 kung bakit magkakaroon ng trilateral meeting sa Amerika si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. kasama ang Japan sa susunod na buwan. Ano po ang masasabi niyo rito? Maari lang po na itala ang inyong saloobin sa comment portion. Maraming salamat po. Subaybayan niyo rin po sana ang ating part 2. Wina po ito, till next time. Stay safe. Wina out. Bye.